What happens when a narcissist sees you have moved on in your life, and that they are no longer important to you at all? Here are 9 tactics they'll use to lure you back into their warped world, because they need you to keep feeding their false reality. 1. They'll bait you. The narcissist genuinely thinks that they are the most superior and important person getting around. So, the idea that you could possibly move on and be gloriously happy and successful without them, absolutely does not exist in their world. They are the god, therefore they must be the center of attention at all times. When you withdraw your attention from the narcissist, they start to become insignificant to you. The narcissist will energetically feel you slipping away, which will trigger them into action. For their false reality to continue to exist, they need to keep themselves right at the center of your universe. This is where the narcissist will throw anything they can think of, to bait you back into the dysfunctional realm. Examples of narcissist baiting: false accusations, playing the poor wounded soul, using your empathy and compassion against you, creating intrigue with snippets of information, threatening to use your fears against you, disrespecting boundaries by infiltrating your life, using flying monkeys to intentionally trigger you. The whole idea of baiting you is to insert themselves back into your world. Whatever the narcissist tries to bait you with, hold on to your truth and do not respond. 2. They'll guilt trip you. One of the most insidious tactics in the narcissist's arsenal is the guilt trip. Even though they are a conscienceless being, who has zero capacity to truly feel compassion towards another living soul, they know that you do. They also know that empathetic people struggle to not help people who are in need. They also learned, very early on in life, exactly how to use people's empathy and compassion against them as a weapon. The narcissist will use anything they can think of to make you feel guilty, and allow them back into your world. They might ring or send a message asking for urgent help, which only you can give them. Or they'll use the death of a friend or family member, to pull on your heartstrings. If you have kids with them, they'll use the kids to make you feel guilty for cutting them out. Covert narcissists are extremely adept at crying real tears, to make you think that they truly are feeling devastated or sad without you. 3. They'll hoover you. Regardless of whether the narcissist has a new supply or not, they'll quite often want to hoover you back into their tangled web. You know, just to keep you on the shelf in case the new supply doesn't work out, or if they're ever short on supply in the future. Since they've already manipulated you once, their ego tells them that they could easily do it again if need be. Examples of narcissist hoovering: casually message or call you, pretend to be repentant, offer fake promises, pretend like nothing ever happened, contact you on special dates and occasions, disrespect your boundaries, profess their undying love to you, restart the love bombing phase. The main reason the narcissist aims to hoover you back is to conquer you and win. They have no intention of making good on any of their lies or false promises. They just want to know that they can have you if they want you, and that they can still control you. The most potent thing that you can do, to demonstrate to the narcissist that they no longer have any power over you, is to ignore all hoover attempts, no matter how compelling they may appear. 4. They'll rage at you. When a narcissist sees you have moved on, they will be mad. They know they've lost control of you, but more than anything, you're now a threat to them, because you've seen who they are underneath their mask. What's really beneath their anger is the shame, unworthiness and rejection, which they buried a long time ago. In the split second that they feel any of those negative thoughts, they will immediately project them outwards onto you. The narcissist's ego demands, "You must be accountable for my problems and fix them for me." All their ego can see is that its very existence is at risk, and you are the cause of that threat. Even if you've moved on, to the point where you couldn't be any less interested in avenging the narcissist, in their world, they think that everyone behaves as they do. They believe that if they don't take you down, then you will destroy them. 5. They'll attempt to ruin your new relationship. Having you replace the narcissist with someone else is going to trigger a deep narcissistic injury within them. It's a painful reminder that they are not perfect. Then just as quickly, their false self will protect them from that truth, and replace it with thoughts of punishing you. In the narcissist's false world, they believe that your new partner could not possibly be as impressive and superior as them. For their ego to confirm this falsity as truth, they will actively set out to prove themselves right. To do that, they'll embark on a mission to ruin your new relationship by smearing you and your new partner to anyone who will listen. They'll create false rumors and spread gossip through their flying monkeys, which all serve to confirm what they see as the truth in their warped world. 6. They'll smear you. When a narcissist sees you've moved on, they'll go into overdrive trying to protect their public image, while systematically destroying yours. To protect their flimsy house of cards, the narcissist absolutely cannot risk you sharing any information, which would reveal who they really are behind closed doors. They know that you've seen them at their worst, and they're fully conscious of the manipulation, lies and abuse they've dumped onto you. Now you know too much. They can't risk you running your mouth to anybody and disclosing the truth. So, they will be sure to get in before you, and set the public storyline, which best suits their agenda. They'll be sure to paint themselves as the innocent victim, while you are the perpetrator, who deserves to be discarded and punished. The important thing to remember is that those who truly know you will not buy into the narcissist's lies. For those who do, well, it's time to let them go as you declutter your relationships, and pare them down to those who are in line with your values. 7. They'll refuse accountability. The narcissist has absolutely no capacity or inclination to accept any accountability for their role in the collapse of the relationship. When a narcissist sees you have moved on, they'll be even more steadfast in their storyline that everything was your fault, and that they were the perfect one. They may even be deluding themselves into thinking that you'll want to come crawling back to them at some point, and that you will have to change for them to even consider taking you back. 8. They'll stalk you. The narcissist feels entitled to you and all of your information, even if you're not together anymore. The thought of you being with someone else, or doing things that they're not aware of, will drive them crazy. Even if they have moved on with a new supply, they will still think that they own you. They do not want you moving on with someone else, because that is an even greater betrayal to their all-important godlike status. Narcissists will stalk their exes through social media and in person. They can be extremely stealthy if need be, so don't be surprised if they're driving by your house or workplace, without you even being aware of it. Lastly, 9. They'll compete with you. When a narcissist sees you have moved on, they will think it's just to compete with them. They can't imagine that it's because you're doing what you truly want to do. They don't put any of your successes down to your skill, hard work, perseverance and good karma. Everything in their world is merely a reflection of them. Therefore, they'll surmise that you moving on must be as a result of who they've made you. After all, you wouldn't have been able to succeed or become a better person if it wasn't for them, right? That's the level of self-absorption we're talking about. Everything always was, and always will be about the narcissist. They'll invert the very things that they're doing, like stalking and jealousy, and think that you are the one doing those things. The reality is, there is no competition if they're the only ones playing. For more information on narcissism, head to unmaskingthenarc.com.